And
no,
because Daniel starts off with
because I'm here.
That's Tom's wife and some man. That's how he says it every time.
I do kind of say it like that.
Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast.
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Welcome to Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We're live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube. Come on over and hang out in the chat room. We got tons of people in there right now, like Robert and Tracy and our friend Melissa. And you could be in there right now yucking it up with your buddies. Just search for @TomandDan Live. Also, I swear to never say yucking it up on this show ever again.
The Bart Marek team is here. How you guys doing?
Hey.
Bart Marek, Crystal Vann. They're in studio with us today.
Homes being sold alert.
Sitting on their own pillows that we have to explain to every guest.
A lot of pillows.
Yeah, you do have can you explain that? Because I don't think people that aren't watching the live stream will know that in our studio, we have a beautiful studio in Baldwin Park, Orlando, and we have a red couch, and on the couch we have pillows that have a picture of Bart, a picture of Crystal Vann, and Santa Claus. And we have 9 or 10 of them.
It collectively, when how many times I've explained to a guest what the pillows are, it's been like a complete 24-hour waste of time. And my one full day of my life has been wasted explaining to guests. They're like, "Who are these people?" And then of course Daniel's like, "That's Tom's wife and
a man." Because I'm so helpful. I'm such a good friend.
But Daniel just makes it more confusing. And then I have to go through the whole thing. I'm like, they get Christmas cards for the clients each year. They mail to them, and then with those Christmas cards comes a promotional pillow with the photo on it. And they gave us the first one 12 years ago, and they just
You're doing it again. See what he does?
That's the explanation.
24 hours, 1 minute now.
Yeah.
Anyway, and it's been
it's been
that every single guest asks. Which, by the way, if I was a guest of a podcast, I wouldn't ask.
Why wouldn't you just say, "Oh, our clients give us those"?
Because Daniel starts off with
because I'm here.
That's Tom's wife and some man. That's how he says it every time.
I do kind of say it like that.
And then
I'm like, "That's Tom's wife and a mystery man."
And then I have to explain that. Daniel's causing the problem.
You know what? Do you want me to stop doing that? Let's talk about it. We have the Bart Marek team here. Would it make the show and your life and this business and this company better if when we have guests in 2026, and it's going to happen multiple times, if they go "Hey, who's this on the pillows?" If I just go "Oh, that's a client of ours," I will do that and just dismiss it.
No, you won't.
I swear to you, I will. I'll put it in writing.
I'll
put it in writing right here. I'll say it, and then when I do it, when I screw up, then there'll be a cost. What's
the cost?
I don't know. You can pick the cost. What do you want me to do? You want me to get a tattoo on my butt? What do you want me to do? You want me to tase my balls?
All right. So
next year I'll put little titles above Crystal that says Tom's wife. And above me it'll say something
then
back.
I'll have to do nothing. I love that. Then it'll just speak for itself. I love that. Well, good to see you guys. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas and all of that.
So, what do you guys want to do?
I knew he was going to do
all that just for that joke.
Knew he was gonna do it.
I was waiting for it right when she said it. Okay, so let's get down to business. So last night, Crystal went to a play with my mom and my sister and my niece.
Did you go?
I didn't go because it was a Christmas present. And
you don't celebrate Christmas. I forgot about that.
It was a girls' night out with Crystal and my mom and sis. My mom was always wanted to go to a play.
Girls' night, no bras, wine 30.
and then I was at home, watching.
Telling your kids about space.
No. I was watching the Wizards kids because when you have more than two. The third and the fourth are wild animals.
Yeah. Well, they get neglected. They're neglected to the point where then the earth raises them.
And then I'm taking the baby, I'm swinging his legs at the other one to fight him off.
Yeah. They're really wild, those two.
Yeah.
Because you get so tired. I don't blame them.
What do they do that's wild, if I can ask for?
Can't even describe
Is it like hopping off of things and just climbing? And
they're normal kid boys, two boys with energy.
Just name something and I'm going to say yes to it.
Yeah.
Name something wild and the answer is yes.
You know what?
And your house is not baby-proof. Not not to say that you wouldn't have done it. Would have been that way, but you don't have any babies anymore.
Did one of them take my placemat and just start ripping it in half? Yes.
You know what it is? Is they're normal boys, but we didn't have that experience.
You have you have beautiful young men that
but we didn't
very well behaved.
We didn't have
young men.
the and I kind of jealous of that or like
you're
I'm
low-key.
envious that I didn't have a young wild boy.
But look at you're low key, and Crystal's low key too. Why would you have a wild boy? I don't see either of you aren't like really wild.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, but we like a lot of people will say, "Oh, you have boys? Ooh, you guys must be tired." And I'm like, "Not really. I have to get them out of bed at 10 or 11.
They're good
Like
boys.
they do not. They don't have a lot of energy.
Well, yeah,
But I kind of wish
They're
my
low
kids had
energy
some
good
energy.
boys. That's a great band name. The Low Energy Good Boys.
Yeah.
That's the name of the show.
And by the way, no one wants to hear that. We're like, oh, you're wild boys. We got low energy good boys.
Yeah, but,
They're so
but they don't want to go
sweet.
play.
They're
They don't want to
sweet
go
and
outside
loving.
and play soccer. They're not like trying to. I don't know. There's not energy to get out of them.
Yeah, no, I know.
They're just sitting there.
Yeah. I'm like, there's like a cat. Like having two cats.
That's awesome. People love cats.
Yeah. But I'm like, get up there, start fighting.
No, sorry,
what I'm saying?
we're low energy good boys. We stay right here.
But then when I get the wild boys over, and then I'm like, oh, it makes me
We have
appreciate.
to hide everything. I gotta hide. I gotta hide anything that's glass. All the, I
Have
got
they
a
broken
guitar. I
anything?
gotta hide it. I gotta lock the piano
Oh,
lid.
we have.
What about your collection of African art? Have they pulled any?
No, but the baby
What about
started.
Satchmo? What about Satchmo?
Oh, we gotta hide
Oh yeah,
that.
I gotta hide that.
Because they're pressing the button. Hello,
Just pull it on the
dark-
map.
Hello, wild boy.
He loves it.
Hello, wild boy. Where you daddy's freaking house upon wild boy. And I forget that young babies, they want you to like. I was kicking a ball as high as I could in the air. Right?
They like feats of strength.
Yeah.
Little
And,
babies love feats of strength.
And then they go get the ball and they bring it back and be like higher, and then I kick it. Yeah.
And there's no end. There's no end to what they'll ask for. They're just like
Over
a
and over
corporation.
and over.
My
Just
sons,
like a corporation.
they'll do it when they were babies like 2 times. They're like, I'm done. But these wild boys, there's no end. It's infinity. Like I'm like, how many times can I actually do this before you just faint out of it? I was like, I couldn't even do it as much as you wanted me
Well,
to.
you must have tried. How long were you kicking the ball for?
So I kicked it 30 times into the trees,
That's
over
a lot.
and over.
That's a lot.
And then I was like, my hamstrings.
What are they wearing, these wild boys? Just a dice?
Oh yeah.
Just a pair of shorts?
Shorts, no shoes, no shirt.
That's a Volusia County. That is
Volusia
a
County Wild
standard
Boys.
Volusia County Wild Boy.
Yeah, it's
anyway.
a Brevard County Beach Boy, I think. These two.
Yeah.
But,
Very similar. Very similar. Little towhead boys.
They turn my mini fridge off. They do. I have 2 mini fridges. They turn them off.
Oh, that's sneaky.
And I don't know it until I go to get a hot drink.
Oh, goddamn wild boys.
There's all
I'm
this stuff.
vegan.
You find out later.
I'm just watching them do it. I tell them no, but they don't listen. Wild boys don't listen to nobody.
How do their parents control them at all? Or is it just you
They're
just
tired.
kind
They're
Just
too
survival.
tired.
you just let them ride it
That's
out?
what I'm saying. After 3 and 4, you're just so tired you can't do anything anymore. So you just have to sit there and just try and so you hope they don't die.
When do
You
they
know?
when do they
That's
calm
it.
down? How do they fall asleep? Do they just kind of
Oh, we don't know. They just leave. They show up wild and leave wild, and we're like, oh my god, they're gone. And there's like we're having trashed and stuff. We're like picking up. We're like, oh. And then, that's and then I'm like, oh my.
So
I feel
they
bad for
never
my
once
buddy.
slow down. They never once
I'm like,
slow
oh
down.
my god, you have to live like this.
Yeah.
And people live, with a ton of kids.
Don't his other kids help police the wild boys though? The 2 little
They're
wildlings?
tired too. And I think the older siblings, they're like, we're done
Yeah,
with
the
this.
girl will be out of there. The girl will be out of there. She's
We're
like,
not-
peace, I'm out.
We're not taking care of the wild boys. That's too much work. That's 24 hours of work.
And what ages are they?
Like 2 and 4, right? Yeah. Anyway.
Oh,
all
yeah,
right.
that's peak wild.
Did you know that the Bart Marek team helped the Wizard buy that house?
Yeah,
out there?
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't get to interact as much as you do with the wild boys if you hadn't helped him find that amazing property in Satellite Beach.
Yeah.
That he loves very much, and he got in there at a good time.
Yeah.
What's happening even? Are we going to talk about what's even happening right now
Yeah. So, Bart.
in real estate? I don't even know.
Yeah. So, what is the current trend? As like I think people outside of the business looked at it like, and if you follow it just a little bit, you're like, okay, right before COVID was like really good times, and then COVID happened, and then everybody started going crazy, and the market was crazy, and then it's gonna stall after interest rates went up.
Yep.
But then like we're talking 2023, it's 2026 now. So where are we at now?
Well, last year was better than 24. It was better than 23. 23 is the year where interest rates really went through the roof.
Okay.
Or not the roof. They went up to 7% plus. So, which historically is really not that high, but still higher than 3% where it had been for the last 20 years prior. We did all right this last year. It wasn't a huge year. It wasn't our best year. It wasn't our worst year. And I expect this next year will probably be more of the same. It's just kind of status quo. You know, a lot of the people that we see selling, buying, typically are doing so not so much because they want to, but more so because they have a reason, such as they're getting relocated, maybe they got a job, lost a job, had a kid, divorce, those kind of things. It's not really, I would just want a bigger house. We're not seeing that yet. And when we see the guys who start buying a house just because they want something bigger, or they want a pool or a better neighborhood, that'll be when I suspect we start to see the unlocking, where we start to see, be at a point there where the market starts to gradually build up again. Right now, at this moment, we're at the slowest time of the year coming out of the holidays. I expect,
and that's true for every year.
Yeah, that's status quo. I expect we'll start picking up again somewhere around mid-February into March, and then it'll be pretty steady through about June, July. That's the spring selling season. I don't expect interest rates to be significantly lower by the end of this year. Probably be lower, but not a huge amount. I think we're just over 6% on a 30-year mortgage at this moment. While the Fed, and I've had this question before, where the Fed has been dropping rates, but mortgage rates have not come down. In fact, not the last time, but the time before the last when the Fed dropped rates, the mortgage rate actually went up at the time they dropped it. And that's because the 30-year mortgage is tied to the 10-year note. And it's not directly tied to the Fed. So we got to get the 10-year is what the mechanism needs to come down to drop mortgage rates, which is a really fun conversation. But
I think that's a huge misconception a lot of people, myself included, have. Yeah.
There's a relationship between the Fed rate as well as the 10-year, but it's not a direct, it's not a one-on-one correlation.
Got you. Yeah.
I got an idea. 100-year mortgage. All right, follow me.
I thought Trump did that. I thought he did that. I'm not kidding.
Oh, man,
I thought he did that because, I thought that he reactivated the 100-year note, and then he also did something about
there was a discussion about a 50-year mortgage.
Or was it a 50? Yeah. I know it was a big one.
Yeah.
And you know what I said? I love those because I'm a down payment guy. When I go to get a new car, it doesn't matter how much I'm spending to buy the car. It could be a $25,000 car. I just need to finance it down to $6 a month, and I'll pay $120,000 for the car. I just want that monthly payment because I'm going to have this thing forever. How else are you supposed to live beyond your means unless you're buying? You look at that monthly payment, get the monthly payment low. It doesn't even matter what the price of the number is. I'm going to die.
I want to legally tie it to my kids and burden them with it.
Yeah, this guy knows.
I want to change the law where you could burden your children with your crazy investments.
It's Tom's Burden Act, and I vote yes to that.
100-year mortgage, and I tie into Max and Tommy and get my mortgage. My payment is $38 a month for the next 100 years.
But their payment is going to be.
Yeah, that's what I want.
It's a balloon. So
how much interest is on that? $300,000. I don't care. I'm dead.
It balloons once I get dementia. It's all their problems.
They're putting balloons in my arteries.
What do you think about that long? Like
well,
if you were
if I was a first-time home buyer and I had a certain amount I can afford, right? And I can afford it with a 50-year. If I'm looking at buying a house that I know I'm probably going to sell in the next, say, less than 7 years, it might not be a bad option because basically the amortization on a 30-year or 50-year, whatever timeline you have of a mortgage, you're just paying all interest at the beginning of the first couple of years anyway. So you're not really gaining any principal. So if it creates a lower payment for a first-time home buyer, there might be something advantageous there. The risk is like, let's say you did that a couple of years ago where you went and bought a condo for $400,000 downtown, and now that condo is only worth $200,000, and you got a 50-year note on it that you owe $400,000, and now you're in the red.
Yeah.
That can't happen. You know, there used to be this mindset that all real estate constantly appreciates, which is not necessarily true. Single-family homes have done real well, all things considered, over the last couple of years, but there are segments of the market that are not doing as well, like condos.
So, now, besides from condos, single-family homes, because our friends, they still yell at us, especially the Wizard, because we were the first of our friends, I believe, to purchase a house, and then I started telling all my friends that property never goes down. This is right before the recession, by the way.
You said, they're not building, they're not making new land.
Well, my pop-up told me that.
Hey, he told me that they're not making new land thing. I heard that.
I got it from my pop-up. He screamed that all the time. And other things that he screamed, I can't say on this
don't
show.
say those.
I'll say them on another show that I'm coming up with sometime soon.
Yeah.
That I get a better
You'll
rating.
see, where we unveil the conspiracies, where we peel back, you know.
But anyway, so
I tell you who did what.
I said they're not making new land, and everything always appreciates, and I told everybody that. So all our friends went out and bought houses. Then the recession.
Yeah. And how are they doing? How are they doing?
Well, they all did well on them except that one.
And then, so then we all short sold, and it was a complete financial disaster. And then they held a grudge, which is unfair to me, because I then told them, I'm just screaming what my pop-up told me.
Yeah.
And anyway.
Think for yourself. That's what I
But the reality is, even though we did that was a short period of time, and that house is worth more than we bought it for now.
Right.
So in a long enough time frame, it always appreciates. And so
I think it's somewhere they said that if you own property for more than 7 years in any period of time, you're guaranteed to get some return off of it.
Yeah, because even that we lost our ass on that Deltona house, it's worth more than we bought it now. So if we would have kept it, it would have appreciated. It just had this, crazy anomaly bump that happens, let's say, every 20 to 30 years, maybe, and hopefully it's not that cycle.
You just made up that 20 to 30.
Well,
just want everybody to know he made up that 20
I
to
like the
30.
confidence, and that's why I nod along. Like, people ask me, they're like, why do you nod along? I'm like, I like his confidence.
Well, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah. When I was just like, hold on a second. Is that verified? I mean, God, we'll be here all day if I do that. Is that the show you guys want? I don't think that's the show you
No,
want.
I just want everybody who's listening to know.
What happened in the 80s?
Well, you're allowed
and
to
then
say that. You're allowed.
2007 or whatever. So it's like, there's that.
Well, I don't think we're going to have any crash anytime soon.
Yeah.
There's too many people and not enough houses as it is. So
No, I know. So
I want a cabin. I want to buy a cabin in Georgia so bad. But my cheapskate wife, who I want to divorce.
you'd be surprised how many people we've had over the last couple of years that have sold their home just to go up north somewhere to get away from people where it's cheaper.
That's
They
what I
wanna
want.
buy land. I mean, we get calls regularly from people who are, I want to sell my house and I want to buy a piece of land and just get out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. I just need to get away from here.
Yeah,
And you guys. No, I'm kidding.
So-
not you guys.
I
Not
think
you guys.
that's a
Present company excluded.
I think about that, and I think every human wants to run away to, like, psychologically, like you get stressed out, and you're like, your work, your kids.
It releases like fantasy chemicals.
Yeah, and then you're like, all my problems will be solved if I move out
To the woods in Wisconsin.
in the middle of nowhere. And then I'm like, I don't think that's correct.
It's not true.
In my mind, I'm like, yeah,
It
that
might
would
cause
solve
more problems.
yeah, but I'm like, I think this would be
I don't know.
adding to problems.
I think it would. I think it would solve them all.
Here's the
Just
thing.
leave everything behind.
You're
I
gonna
just
have
want an
new
Airbnb.
problems.
I don't want to move
You'll have
away.
new problems.
I just want a place to go to when I want to be left alone, that I could just go to and be left alone, and then hopefully make a little money on it. But my wife will never do it. Never in a million years.
Now, the value, like getting an Airbnb cabin could work, but it's work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even running the Sanford Airbnb was work. You had to,
so much work.
You had to.
I appreciate you doing that. Thank you for your service.
Schedule the cleanings and make sure that everybody's bitching, and then they want to get a free.
You don't have any dairy-free coffee creamer?
Really, they would say that? Now it's been long enough time where if you want to air out some of the grievances that people had, if you want to talk about how unreasonable they were, let's talk about that lesbian couple that had the painting fall on their head. Let's talk about that.
Well, that was our fault because I remember
maybe they shouldn't have been
nailing
boofing so hard. My God, man, mellow out. It's an Airbnb. How hard are you eating it? Good Lord.
But I remember nailing that nail into the drywall and hanging that.
And you're like, this is going to fall on a lesbian's head.
I
It's going to fall on an old lesbian's head.
I'm so lazy that I told myself, I was like, this should be good, but I knew in my heart.
But you wanted to get down the ladder because you wanted a beer or something, right? You're like, I can get out of here.
Well, yeah. I just didn't want to go through the drywall anchor and all that. I'm just like, this is
And then
good.
in the middle of the night at 3 a.m. to the sound of a Puerto Rican bike gang by mannequins or whatever that place is called.
Yeah.
They're doing burnouts. A painting of a squid will fall on top of a lesbian's head while she's eating it hard.
And then, you know what? And then my buddy Pudge stayed there one night, and he's like, "Is there a halfway house next door?"
There is.
I'm like, "Goddamn, every other guest didn't shut up about it, and
Not
you're
one
my
person
friend."
mentioned that.
Yeah, because you don't mention it, but you know how guilty I felt when like he'd be like, "Put beer in the fridge." There, I'm loading beer into there. Meanwhile, there's 9 guys that are trying to get their life together, staring me down in rocking chairs, sitting out there. I just, hi, I'm Dan. I'm just bringing beer by.
Well, there was police activity there that night. That's why he told us about it.
Oh, really? Yeah, they get real territorial about their beds. They start getting it all. Tussle. That's my beer. That's my beer. You get out of my. They start tussling. You're like, oh, calm down. Everybody chill out.
They never caused a problem.
All right.
What are you guys going to talk about?
Yeah. So let's talk about like an investment property. Do you guys get any like people that are looking for investment properties ever? I know there's some BDM clients that you've dealt with for years that have bought properties from you guys.
Yeah, I'm meeting with them tomorrow, actually.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, I've got one client who's been working with us for like 10 years and bought a couple properties from us. So, but not too often do we get people who want to buy like a multifamily unit. These people buy multifamily homes and vacant land. They build their own houses, so they're kind of all over the place.
This isn't a Chinese corporation?
No.
Okay.
So good old boys.
A lot of the out-of-state investors we used to work with bought a lot of condos, and that's really slowed down a lot. So that as well as everything's just gotten more expensive. Like when you could buy a house for under $250,000, or you could get a 2-2 small condo with an HOA of $300 for under $150,000, those things would sell pretty quick. You know, real quick. You get in there with an investor. I think that if the government wants to get involved with housing, they should limit or tax investors on flipping property. I see too many properties that are sitting vacant today that are owned by an investment firm, a REIT, Blackstone, one of those guys, and it just sits there empty for months and months and months because it's overpriced. They spend too much money on it. It's not quality for what they're asking, and I think
they just sit on it.
Yeah, and I think it's a shame. These properties should be available to sale to people who
live in
need
the
a place to
neighborhood.
live, yeah.
Right, instead of having these bunch of corporate-owned abandoned houses that are out with when there's a rental crisis and stuff. Like these corporations are so big they can just sit on them, and they're not contributing to the community there.
When I bought my house I live at now about 4 years ago, the next door neighbor, I didn't know him, bro. I only met the guy a couple times. He got sick and he had to sell his house and move, and he sold it to an investment group who came in. They paid too much. They tried to clean it up and they tried to flip it. And it took them something like 9 months to get to that point. It was just real slow. They overpriced it. It sat on the market for another 6 months. Then they decided, you know what, we'll rent it out. Wow. They rented it out for about a year. That tenant moved out a couple months ago. It's been sitting there vacant ever since. They've probably owned the property for 3 years. It's probably been only habitated for about a year. And it's just sitting there empty, and it's collected. The lawn looks terrible. Houses needs work. Needs someone to live there.
That's a result with like corporations and huge investors and China, other countries where they had this unlimited money, and then there was a point in the housing market where it was more advantageous to invest into property than to any other investment at that spot. But then they, of course, did too much because they're greedy, right? Corporations, they go, give me more.
Well, that is what they do. They're designed to do that. Take all you can.
The market changes, and all of a sudden there's all these abandoned properties that people own, and they're like, maybe we'll just wait it out.
My concern is that I think the young, what is the young generation? The guys in their 20s, are they Z? Is that what that is?
Z, I think, and then Alpha. Yeah, X.
Okay.
Z.
So the ones that should be coming in the next 5-10 years into the age where you should be in home ownership, they don't seem to be real into it. I think that there's a mentality there when the very few times that I talk to somebody in their 20s or their early 30s who don't own a home, it seems to be this mentality, I'll never own a house. I'll just keep renting and just put that out of my head and walk away. And my concern is then we turn into a place where Blackstone, real estate investment trust, Wall Street owns everything. And and no one owns a home anymore. That's a weird place if you think about getting to in another 40, 50 years.
I saw some mini documentary on TikTok. That's where I get all my information. Is that they were showing a graph about and everybody knows this right now pretty much where where home prices are outside the medium salary of people that should be buying homes.
The number one complaint in Orlando from anybody that I know is younger. They can't afford a home.
And then they showed where it was aligned in the past and now there's this huge disparity on what homes cost and what people make. And then they were saying, like, you have to make personally, not just a couple, but personally like $100,000 a year to even afford a mortgage on the middle home price, which they put at like 500 or 450,000 or whatever, which is, obviously maybe on the middle class, you can afford something
higher
cheaper.
End of things, but
I don't even know that's the higher end. Like, what is the medium home price right now?
Around here, probably about low 400s, right?
Yeah.
So you're
that was probably
close.
a national thing you were looking at, or maybe that
Yeah,
guy was talking
it's-
about his
it-
local.
Yeah,
I do know last year was the first time home buyers' average age hit above 40.
Okay, so that's the average home buyer's age now.
Last year was 40 years old.
Okay. Yeah. And it's
That's-
yeah.
And that number
Concerning.
should be like in the low 30s. You should be buying your first home when you're 30 through 35, somewhere in that's the zone I think it's preferable. So that's really where you should be starting a family, start kind of building equity, moving forward.
Yeah, I agree.
You offset that till you're 40. I mean,
You start thinking, at least in my generation at 49, you started thinking about that sort of stuff late 20s into your 30s.
Right.
And maybe now it's even shifted to start in beginning 30s to end of 30s, I feel like.
and I think a lot of that's just a byproduct of what can financially is what's available.
Right.
What can you do?
Right.
Yeah.
If you're only making $50,000 a year and the average house is $420,000, that doesn't work.
So what
Do
advice
they-
would you give somebody if they were, they had a good job? I mean, is it the age old just because like when I was younger, it was just pluck away your money.
Yeah, I don't know
keep
how you do
saving your
that.
money, and I'm like, well, I don't know if that's not a thing now, right? Like, how much would you need to save? My God.
Well, that's what they were saying. Like, in a $400,000 house, the down payment alone.
And at a 6.2 interest rate.
The down payment is they were like it would take someone X amount of years, even at this salary, to save. Now you're talking about saving $20,000 or $50,000.
Well, no, I mean your down payment. You can get an FHA loan if you qualify for it with 3.5% down.
Okay.
You can get a conventional loan with 5% down if you qualify for it.
Okay,
But
so
they're not that hard to qualify for. So your down payment is not, I don't think, that big of a deal. I think more so it's the monthly payment that you end up with.
Yeah.
The insurance in Florida is really expensive. 6% interest on a $420,000 house. And a lot of people who we take to see $420,000 houses are like, this is what I get for
Yeah. I
$420,000.
know.
It's like not.
Yeah.
It sounds like so much, but it's not that impressive of a home. So now you've got a $3,000 mortgage payment on a home that's, like, okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
But it's a starter home. You're not supposed to have a $3,000 a month payment on a starter home.
We just
So I
sold
think-
a house for $1 million near downtown last month. It was a 4.2, like 2,200 square feet or something like that.
Yep.
No pool. It was an older house. It was really nice.
1925, built in
It was a beautiful house,
yeah.
but it's not huge. It wasn't extravagant.
Yeah.
It was
You would
still-
even say it's a small house. That's a smaller house.
yeah. And
2,200 square feet for $1 million.
is a little bit of this the old man like saying like back my pop used to say cigarettes used to cost 30 cents a pack, and then it's like, well, that's how money works. Everything gets more expensive. But it's
Or is this a?
But it has increased exponentially in the past
Too
5
much.
years.
Yeah.
So, yes,
Too fast.
Pop, cigarettes were 30 cents in
the war.
1955 or
You know what they
19
did in the war?
Yeah.
There's
It's
atrocities.
bad. It's bad. You see some of the
He
things
told
they
me.
say?
He
Yeah.
told me at
Yeah.
Outback Steakhouse. And
Yeah.
I was like, hard to eat your blooming.
It's hard to
onion."
eat your steak.
You did that.
Yeah, when he's
at
telling you,
17?
he's like, I burned their houses. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God.
There's kids in there.
Yeah.
Oh, no, sorry.
We'd bamboo the door shut. Whoa, stop. Easy. Excuse me. Check, please. And I'll take the walkabout soup to go.
He did often tell us some horrific things.
And they
about
come up at a
vaccine.
weird time, right? They're like,
Burger King, what can I get you?
I burned their homes. You know? It's like, well, anything can trigger it. Anything can
He's
trigger
like,
it.
you have to, the flamethrower has to go in small bursts.
Bursts, yeah.
Because
Or
you're
it'll come back on you.
wasted.
Or it'll come back on you.
Yeah, it's just like,
Yeah. You don't let it go for more than 8 seconds. It might come back and blow you
yeah,
up.
And it runs out.
Yeah, it does run out.
Yeah. Too fast, and then you have to go refuel it. It's I
It's
don't
a
even know
mess.
what's in there.
It's a mess.
Some sort of napalm. How does it come out so fast?
Anyway, how's your burger, Papa? I love Whoppers.
Yeah, you're wearing that on your back. You're gonna shoot a
Yeah.
bullet in there. and
What's
blow you up.
heavier, the flamethrower on your back or the guilt you carry for burning the village?
The flamethrower's heavier up here.
It is heavier.
He was telling telling me an entertaining
He had a
story.
smile on his face.
Cool.
You're just telling me it's a piece of history. Anyway, all right. The Bart Marek team. Now, if someone does want to list their property for sale, the best time is around springtime, which is amazingly about to happen in a couple months. And but you have to start preparing now, right?
Yeah. Like I said, February through about June is kind of that window. The April, May, that's really the height of it.
Okay.
But yeah, usually what Crystal and I do, if someone wants to get their house listed, is we come out, whenever it's convenient for the homeowner, we walk around the house with them, take a look around, see if there's any recommendations we can make on things to do. We don't really recommend spending a lot of money, doing a ton of prep unless there's specific things that have to do with insurance. But little things we can recommend. And then when you're ready, we come out, get the photos done, put it up on the MLS, start marketing it, and get it going. I expect this year, what do you think average time to sale is going to be? 2 weeks, a month, something like that?
A month, yeah.
Well, this is good advice for someone not to jump ahead of themselves and like, I need to sell this dump. I'm going to redo the kitchen. I'm going to redo my pool. And then if you're spending...
That's what our landlord's doing in this building. He's
doing that.
He's going crazy.
I know.
In a good way. He's crazy in a good way. Crazy like a fox.
I'm spending a ton of money redoing all these things that you may not get back once you sell the property.
Probably
right?
not
Yeah.
going to.
Most circumstances, doing a remodel is you're not going to get that money back.
Yeah. And so don't make that mistake without talking to Bart and Crystal first. At least getting their advice on 2 realtors that have been doing this for a long time and have sold at this point 1,000 BDM.
Obviously, things are cyclical, and you've seen things like this before.
It just occurred to Crystal and I have now worked more years post-COVID than we have together pre-COVID.
Is that right?
Yeah. Start doing the math on that. It's weird.
That's right.
Whoa.
Yeah,
That's weird because it feels like there was so much
beforehand.
before, yeah.
That is a time marker that screws up a lot of people's memory of time, where you use it as I go pre and
Before and
post COVID,
after.
before and after COVID, and it does seem like there's years in there where it doesn't seem like it was that long.
Like
ago,
when did
but
COVID end? What is the date?
Well,
that we all use.
I think when he says COVID, I think he means the start of it.
Yeah.
Do you guys think? Okay, do you guys think 2019 was a long time ago?
It doesn't sound like it.
doesn't
But
seem-
then I go 7 years. I go, shit. It's
Oh
sorry.
my God, 7.
I was listening to a sports podcast the other day, and someone was getting there like they haven't made the playoffs since 2019, and then the old man host, I think it was Colin Cowherd,
like, that's just...
and he's like, "What? That's not that long ago." And then the young guy on the show,
Yes, it
is. In his mind,
Actually-
he was making a point that they hadn't won since 2019, and that was a ton of time ago. And then the older guy was like, "What the hell are you talking about? That was around the corner." And then I was like, "Whoa, that's weird." That he's like,
Is
of
it
course.
because he's young?
I think it has to do with that a little bit and
Time perception.
and,
Yeah, it's gotta
like,
be.
and like a younger
Because
person.
I think the same thing too. When I hear 2019, I'm like, oh, like a car. Somebody said, oh, it's a 2019. I'd be like, oh, that's a brand new car.
Yeah.
You're like, no, it's not. It's a hunk of crap. There's technology that cars have now that weren't on 2019 cars.
Oh, my truck! I'm like, I get it. I'm like, this is a new, 10 years old.
I know.
10 years.
Stinks like milk too. Oh my God, you gotta get the milk stink out of it. Have you smelled his truck?
Well, I let the boys do whatever they want.
God,
There's a trash.
It smells like a formula in there.
They're trash.
By the way, my daughter, she's 10. She is so cheap that when walking down the aisle for baby formula, first of all, she didn't know what it was. She's like, "What's this?" She's like, $72. And then Maisie goes, $48. She's like, "Why is it so expensive?" And we're like, "Well, baby formula is really expensive." She's like, "It shouldn't be." And I'm like, "Oh, preach
she
on,
knows.
sister."
Well, she's right. It
I
shouldn't
agree with
be.
her.
Yeah, it's crazy
Who
that
the
it's
baby has to eat? My God.
Yeah,
$48.
You can't feed him broccoli.
Just give the baby regular milk. Whole milk
Yeah,
is
it's
fine.
Cow milk?
Yeah.
It's a different
fine.
species.
No, give it regular cow's milk.
Actually, I think baby
Look.
formula is made from cow's milk.
If you want to have a weak baby, feed it the formula. If you want to have a railroad spike American baby, building American railroads for Americans, you
It's a
feed
TG Lee hole.
Yeah. I'm a Mama and Papa Gus. I like Gustafson Farms.
All right. Well, Bart and Crystal, thank you very much for
Thanks,
coming
guys.
by.
Appreciate you guys being here.
Again, the Bart Marek team, BartTheRealtor.com is
Yeah.
the website. Both their cell phone numbers on
Start
there.
your plan now. Like I know we say a lot of silly things, and but all of this to say that if you were thinking about this, talk to Bart and Crystal now and get it started now, so you're not like blindsided, because things are going to change.
Also, even if you're looking to move outside of the state, outside of Central Florida, they could help you connect you with other realtors that they have a network of. So if you're moving out of the state, talk to them too.
Yeah, I can do that real well. I'm actually have a connection with a group of other realtors that kind of work out. So if I don't know somebody, like let's say you want to move to Kansas City, I don't know anybody there, but I know enough other agents who know somebody there they can recommend.
Yeah, so you don't have to cold call
You're not just
someone.
Googling some random person.
Because guess what? The one that pops up on the top is going to steal your money.
You know that. Yeah, that's what we're trying to be, a podcast. We want to be the one at the top. So people click on it, we're like, oh, stealing your money. Coming to get it.
We'll see you in a minute.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time.
All right, Crystal Vann is hanging out with us.
Hey.
And
Thank you for being here.
So Daniel gave you a compliment and said you look very pretty.
Should I
today.
stop doing that?
No, absolutely not. Somebody's got to do it.
But it is a little, I mean, it's a, oh, man,
No, you don't.
that's exactly what I'm trying not to avoid. Somebody's got to do it. Then the next thing you know, I'm caught in the crossfire.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah,
like,
I'll kick your
though.
computer.
And then the next thing you know, it's like heated rivalry. Then you and I are fighting. The next thing you know, we're in the bathroom BFing each other. Have you been watching Heated Rivalry? Have you been watching Heated Rivalry?
I've never heard of it.
Oh my God! It's only the greatest gay hockey show on TV.
So it is not naturally in me to tell anyone. Now, my wife, it's easier to tell her that.
She does it. She does it to
because
us.
she
I've
knows
seen you
me.
do it to people. You'll be like, "Oh, you look nice."
But
I've seen you do it.
You can say, "Oh,
we're
you
cut
look
in that cookie. Our cookie cutter is similar in diameter.
I could not tell any other woman that she looked pretty today in a way that's not awkward. Impossible.
I believe you.
I would agree with that.
I believe you.
I think I would agree with that.
And those of you like, oh, you're not saying it right. You're not trying. I'm telling you.
No, it's just not something you do. Yeah,
It's impossible for me to do this.
Because you'd overthink it, and that would blow it all up.
Because it's not natural. Like Daniel can naturally do. He's a charmer. I am not a charmer. You know what I'm saying?
You're a grower, not a shower. No, you're a shower, right? Yours is big and never gets hard, right? Is yours big
I'm
or
a shower, not a grower.
Which would you prefer? We're just going to tangent for a second. Would you rather it be humongous and never get authentic? Or would you rather it be little and look like one of those little screwdrivers that you use? Those little stubbies.
I love those little stubbies.
I feel like I can't respect either of those.
What? Or you're the one or the other.
When is the last time he told you, to get back on topic, do you have a time that you've ever remembered that he ever said, like, hey,
I
you
did
look
that.
great?
Yes, I did that last night.
Literally yesterday, he said, "You look nice, babe."
Nice, dude. He's fixing his
because
marriage.
I was getting ready
My
to
God.
leave for the play.
You are the smartest on the show because you're fixing
but
your
I
marriage.
could tell. I came out and I was like, I don't know. There's something about these boots I don't like, and he's looked at them.
Yeah,
But I could see his mind.
What'd you have on, wrestling boots?
No, they were just
Dog the Bounty Hunters? What'd you have on?
some cute boots.
No, and then she's like, they're too light. And then I'm like,
You don't want loose boots.
You're like, what do you want them to be heavier?
No,
I'm
yeah.
like, what?
Oh, that's the wrong answer. Oh, you want heavier boots?
Well, yeah, she meant
Did
the
he-
color.
yeah.
Like I'm an idiot. I'm so too stupid to understand what fashion
But
is.
I could see his mind going,
I think the weight of fashion makes a difference.
say something, say something. You look nice. It was like a.
He did it.
He did it, but it was really unnatural.
Well, I would
Yeah,
imagine
yeah.
that it's going to take time for him not only to get able to do it, but it's also, people don't think about this, but it will take time for you to hear the things that you know what I mean? Like, because it's new for both of you,
No,
right?
yeah, because when he does it, I'm like, what are you doing? That's
Right.
weird.
Right. Like, and why wouldn't you be? Because it's not something he's ever done, but he's trying. Are you trying because of the show Love Thy Neighbor and Colette, and because it's top of mind more now?
No, not so much that is. I'm trying because I realize
You're horny.
no, I realize that I gotta try because not trying is not gonna get me anywhere. So
he's
trying at least will be positive with everything.
You're right.
So I was like, but you have a unique ability to tell it to strangers and not your wife, and it come off smoother or like more normal, and I cannot do that.
It also comes off disingenuous. Is that said correctly?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes there are
But
people
all
that be like, well,
compliments-
you give a compliment to everybody, so how valuable are your compliments to begin with?
Yeah, but it's just the compliment
Good
because
question.
it's a surface level nicety that you should do. I learned this with saying "bless you" when you sneeze. Where's like?
I had to teach you that too. He couldn't.
I don't do that for him anymore. I just yell, "Stop!"
Now when he sneezes, I'm like, oh my god, why is it so loud?
It is very loud and violent.
Jeez.
And also, this
You're mad at the-
is the man that claims he has no allergies. Will sneeze at his desk 41 times.
It's so many times. Why is it
41 times, and then he's like, "I'll be like,
something's
dude,
wrong in
I'll be
there.
like, dude, you have allergies." He's like, "No, never. I'll never have allergies."
Listen,
Right? What?
I don't know what it means.
Daniel
I don't
is,
either, but I think you have it.
Daniel is not exaggerating when he says the number 41.
It's a
is
lot.
41.
And they're violent, loud. They're like, "Gah!"
yeah. And they spray, like if you had a spray bottle and squeezed it, every time he sneezes,
Fine,
it's
miss.
like,
Fine miss. Do you want to hear something gross? Do you want to hear something gross? I like the smell of it. Oh, that makes me gross, right? It makes me
it
gross.
smells like a little bit of like peanuts.
Smells like aluminum foil to me.
I sneezed on my truck door.
I was driving his truck one day and I said, what is all this smear?
Booger. Yeah, booger sneezes all over your truck door.
Well, just for
So you just let it fly?
Well, it's
Okay,
hard.
full
It's hard
transparency.
for me to notice, and then I'm like, get out.
When I
I'm
knew-
running.
When I knew
I'm
I
just
was going to
always running.
resign from real radio, when I knew, when I would sneeze, I would turn and openly sneeze on the computer monitor. Because
I do that to my
it
own
was
stuff that I love.
It was a little way of me getting them. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
a little get. I was like, yeah, and it would just be disgusting, and I just let it dry.
You
Okay,
gotta sneeze into your elbow. I would yell at him if he used to hold in his sneezes. And he'd go,
I do that.
and I'm like,
that.
stop doing that. Let your sneezes out. Now he's letting them out. And I'm like, God,
I
can
like
you
the
not
feeling
do that?
of it. I like the feeling of holding in my sneeze, and then I make a weird noise that Maisie makes fun of. When I hold in my sneeze, I go,
That's exactly what you do, I think.
Yeah, but when I do it, it hurts
Yeah.
in my brain
it's a
and my
test.
eyeballs.
I
like,
figure it's a test. If I can survive it, then I'm gonna live for another. That's how my crazy anxiety, like hypochondria brain works. Is I'm like, if you can survive holding your sneeze, then you are optimum health. I have a series of
Tests.
I have a series of irrational tests that are not rooted in science that I test myself in my brain every single day. Do you want to do a quick voicemail?
I do that with pee-pee sometimes, or
Hold it as long as you can.
where I'm like, if there was something real bad, something would be different. With
What do you
my
mean?
pee-pee.
What, with your penis?
Yeah,
Or are
no,
we
no,
talking
no,
about
like
when-
actual urine.
I didn't know. Are we doing little boy talk? Or
No, it would stink or have blood in it.
Oh, yeah,
'cause there would be some
Babe,
disgust.
oh my God, by the time your pee starts getting blood in it, something has really, really gone wrong. Like it's been
Yeah, that's
happening
what I know.
for...
Yeah, that's the marker. That's the genetic
No,
marker.
it's not
mark.
the mark. That's not the marker. That's the end.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
know the end is near.
But you gotta catch things before.
Yeah, but there's so much time before the end is near.
Yeah. Oh, there's tons of time.
Yeah, and then I'll know.
Nothing but time.
With the blood pee-pee. All right. Well, let's do
Well, I
one.
think you want to do one?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
one.
I
We'll do-
don't know. Maybe we have to go.
I think we gotta go.
We gotta go.
Because
Well,
the blood pee really sucked the time out.
Crystal, thanks so much for hanging. What are you doing? What time is it?
Well, the chat room is laughing at me because I'm such a hypochondriac that I looked in the toilet one time and saw cloudy urine, but it wasn't cloudy urine. It was just my wife had grated her foot skin over the toilet and not flushed, and so it just looked cloudy that way.
Oh,
and that
is cloudy bad? Oh, mine's real cloudy. Mine
Yeah.
poofs like a jellyfish into the.
You know the movie, Cloudy with a Chance of Death. is it?
Yeah. I mean, it's like I see. It's like a lava lamp.
Oh yeah, lumpy lava.
It's like pouring out a lava lamp.
Bad. That's bad. Should be clear.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow. Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We're live on Twitch and YouTube. Come hang out. We'd love to have you in the chat room. Tons of people in there right now, like EJ, our buddy SJ. A lot of guys that have two initials and the second letter is J. We have a lot of those guys.
I like that. I like the
Yeah.
two initial guys.
We have a
'cause
lot
I'm
of
one myself.
Yeah, we have a TC, you know. We have Robert in there. We got a lot of people in there. Come on over. Just search at Tom and Dan Live. Jump in the chat room. Stream us. Catch it live.
When listeners call me TC, I'm like, you don't know me like that. I'm joking.
Yeah.
You call me
People,
anything.
you know what people do that? People do this to me
I-
all the time, and I think they think it's cool. But I'm gonna pull the curtain back a little bit.
Okay.
For years, my mom and dad called me Dan Lee because my middle name is Lee, my first name Daniel. There will be listeners that will write me, and then when they write me an email, they'll put Dan Lee. and they think that is some way buddy chum and chum.
Well,
pal.
they know, yeah. It's a person more.
You don't know
it
me
shows
like
they
that.
listen though.
It shows you listen,
and they know you.
but it's a step too far. It's a step too far. I don't know you like that. And a lot of times they'll do it, and then it's almost, and then they'll start giving me the business. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I've also
You don't know me like that.
I've never called Daniel Dan outside of
You'll do
of
it
the
like when
show.
you're talking to clients. You'll be like, "Well, Dan."
Oh
feels
yeah,
like
because that's
this.
how they know
Yeah.
you.
You have your
But-
business brain
yeah.
on.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Joey Mazzant's here. How you doing, Joey?
What's up, guys?
So
I see you're growing a beard too. Is this to shame Tom? Are all the male, and because this is not fair, and you would think I support this. I do not support the bullying, the act of bullying of my business partner. Ross is growing. Ross's beard is completely out of control, and now he has long homeless man hair.
well, he's got the full Galifianakis.
Yeah, it's humongous. You're now growing a beard. Busdecker, have you seen Busdecker's
He's growing a beard?
Have you seen him? There is a brand new photo of Busdecker that came out today with Brendan O'Connor. The Orlando Shine. That's Bus and Brendan. Namely Brendan. Brendan does all the heavy lifting. Bus is just a carbuncle in the ass of Brendan. And this guy's growing a beard to bully you. And I'm going to tell you with something else. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good on Bus.
Well, I'm bringing back the Beardo Weirdo.
Yeah! Beardo Weirdo's back!
Where I have just hair on my jawline under my neck.
Yeah.
I got
What's worse than a neck beard? A Tom beard.
I got the Andrew Luck weirdo
So you got
chin
the
strap.
Suckford look. The old Suckford look.
The Amish chin strap. It's a long, somehow it's black but also wispy.
It's black and wispy.
see-through.
Yeah. It's like translucent black.
Yeah.
Some would say
You can see my neck
Yeah.
through my beard.
Your beard looks like window tint.
Yeah.
It's like black window tint. You can see right through it. What is that? Is that
Disgusting.
8%, 9%? What are we running there?
So we brought Joey in today because over the break, I'm sure everybody saw it on social media, and they saw the Indiana Jones stunt spectacular gone wrong, where the ball, the iconic ball at the beginning of Indiana Jones stunt spectacular, somehow got knocked off its track and fell over the side of the actual set, the set.
Yeah.
And then bounced, and then an employee of the park ran up to shield the bouncing 400-pound ball.
But he did underestimate the weight of the
Yes,
ball.
yeah. So
greatly.
he went to block it from the audience, which he did successfully.
Yeah.
Like by the
Mission
way,
accomplished, brave soldier.
I've always wanted.
Thank you for your service.
I've always wanted this chance my whole life.
be a hero.
And it has to be on video too.
This man's
That's
a
how-
hero.
It can't be. I
This
don't want
man's
to.
a fat, red-headed hero.
I don't want to be a hero no one sees. I want to be this hero where it's not only in front of
Do you
all.
think I agree with you or disagree with you?
What?
On what you're saying right now. If you're going to be a hero, I want it to be seen. Do you think I agree with that statement or not?
Oh, I think you agree.
I agree with it.
What's
three of
the,
us.
what's the value of
I am
ano-
very anti-secret heroes.
anonymous heroes?
Yeah.
What the hell?
What does that do? That's why when I'm big on this, if you give to a GoFundMe and you're the top donation, put your name on it. Put your name on it. Let people
So-
know you're helping them.
So what's interesting about that is it kind of gave a glimpse into all.
Should we play the video?
Yeah,
I
okay,
have it.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
here.
okay. Because I was surprised. Because once I saw this, I was like, "Whoa!" We've all been thinking about what this ball really. Because they always
I never thought about what
You
the
never
ball
thought.
would do. No.
Because they explain.
even one
Okay,
time.
Joey.
It's 400 pounds of foam rubber. It's a 400-pound bouncing ball. As a kid, remember when you would put the 50 cents in the thing and you get the one that's about the size of your palm?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you'd smash it on the ground, it would go flying? Do that with a 400-pound ball. Imagine what that would do.
It
Oh,
rocketed the staff
I used to
member.
take home some listeners that were 400-pound balls and roll around with them. And let's just say my stunt spectacular was less spectacular.
Oh, you want to know how to find the wet spot? I'll tell you.
Yeah,
my
yeah.
my stepdad.
They
and
called me Flower Indiana Jones because I was just rolling them and looking for wet spots the whole time. That's all I did. Didn't even carry a whip. Didn't carry a whip. Didn't carry a pistol, but I carried a bag of flour. They called me Flower Jones.
that thing that he takes the idol with
Yeah.
as a bag of flour.
It's a bag of flour. A lot of people don't know that. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
How are you gonna find the wet spot, Jones? You left your flour behind.
Dr. Jones, you'll find the wet spot.
Anyway,
You're allowed to say that's a movie character. You're
But
allowed to do it.
They, for anybody who's seen Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular, which has been going on how long, Joey?
Since '89.
89.
Oh, it's time to put a pin in that thing.
Well,
It's done.
there's a legacy cast. One of the very first Indiana Jones is now the director, and his son is Indiana Jones now. It's crazy. This thing's been going on that long.
Oh.
I think they mentioned that in the show, right?
Oh yeah, whenever they're both working together. I
Okay,
think.
yeah.
This show, just so you know, this show is historic, and this show is so boring that we're still doing it.
Well, the best part was when they would pull the people out of the audience, and you get some random dude from Boise, Idaho, and they're like, "Say, all right, now remember, you're an evil laugh," and they put the thing on that you have the voice
the
changer, and
effect.
he goes, whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah.
So, that's the best part.
Okay, I did have nostalgic memories because me and Crystal took the boys, I forgot, maybe a couple years ago, to this, and we were watching the show, and I'm like, I think I was damn near their age the first time I saw this, and it's exactly the same. Like, almost down to everything is the same. Like, nothing's changed.
Yeah. I mean, even the
they didn't add.
plane and the Nazi fight, right?
Yeah, but
They
even
changed the symbol on the plane for obvious reasons.
Yeah, of
To it.
course. You know, I mean, should've been-
when I saw it, it was swastika.
When I saw it, full swastika.
I saw.
There may have been a surviving Nazi on the cast. Who knows?
Yeah, but all the stunts were the same. Like the general plot, everything. Like they didn't change anything.
Okay, do you want to see this video here of this guy?
Which is kind of cool, I'll say, to experience that where you're seeing your kids watch something you saw when they were there.
It's like Summer and our friend Summer and Robin that do horror movie.
Oh my gosh,
the horror movie makeup show at Universal. I mean, that is literally a show that's been there forever that I hope they never get rid of because it has history behind it.
We'll talk about that in a little bit. It's actually closing down to be redone.
Yeah,
Okay.
I figured you'd have that on your ticker. All right, here is the brave young Disney soldier who saved a pack of meemaws from a 400-pound Indiana Jones inflatable boulder. You can see it. It's happening. And you can hear the ladies laugh at him immediately when he gets hurt. Have you noticed
Here comes
that?
the ball out.
Oh, it's off the course.
Yeah, it's
He
bouncing.
runs up and whack-a-mole.
Oh man,
Yeah.
it knocks him out of his shoes. It hits him so hard.
But if you look close, you can see what he was trying to do. I believe this guy was the German mechanic at one point, and now he's the stunt coordinator. It's a lot of people stay on that show and move to other roles.
Okay.
That dude is a beast. So if you watch it real close, the ball bounces, and I think that when it was going up, he tried to match its energy, and he couldn't get there fast enough.
Like a double bounce on a trampoline.
Yes, that's exactly. So he jumped up to try and use the momentum to push it and look like an absolute Atlas, like rock star. And instead, friggin' Stato Calpito, man, he jacked him, got him nailed.
Here, I'll zoom in a little bit so you guys can see it.
So-
And whack-a-mole. Oh, man, it's real bad. And he got hurt. He had to have some stitches. And
He's okay, though. That's why we can
Good.
laugh. He's okay.
yes, and now I had talked to Daniel behind the scenes. I was like, "Do you think this guy sues?" Because he has the greatest video that has been to sue Disney over if he wanted
he
to.
was protecting patrons.
And like and it's like obviously that but I also from talking to Mo for so long, like if there's no negligence on Disney's behalf, like for instance, I don't know how many times they know they've done this show. I'm sure there's a running count, right?
Well, you figure 6 times a day, 365 days in a year. That's just over 2,000 times a year.
It started in
years.
89, yeah.
So 36 years. So yeah, you're
We
looking
can get
at
damn close.
There you go.
You
But
do the-
7,500 or 75,000.
Okay, yeah.
Just under 10,000
Yep.
times.
Yeah, so-
and then if you count the number of times that they probably practiced it,
Yep.
you have to probably
testing.
double it. So just double it because
Yeah.
they tested a lot.
So over 10,000 times.
I'd say 20,000 times is
Okay.
probably.
So less than a half of a percent chance that would ever happen
Yeah,
again.
let's just say it's 1 out of 10,000, and then you could make the argument if you're Disney Corporation, hey, like this is a crazy anomaly that's happened 1 out of 10,000
this is
times.
Stardust Racers, is it not?
Hold on a
Is this
second.
not the same argument for the roller coaster? Is like, yo, this was an anomaly. This never happens and will never happen again.
Well, that lawsuit just came back with the duck and the SeaWorld. I don't know if you guys saw
Yeah.
that. And SeaWorld got not acquitted, but they dismissed the case
Our bad. Here's some free tickets.
And because they said the SeaWorld wasn't liable for the duck. So that sets a precedent of like even them making the argument that they had a pond that attracted ducks and the judge and jury, or at least I'm not sure who found them not liable if it went all the way, but I guess the court case never even materialized.
Yeah, I don't think it did.
And so that tells you something like that there's not just everybody has to pay at all times, no matter what happens. So do you know if this guy is?
I could shut it down right now.
Okay.
Does he have Disney Plus?
What?
Remember?
Oh, you mean that when you sign the contract for Disney Plus,
If
you
you
opt
have
in
Disney-
that you can never sue Disney for
Anything. That lady died of food poisoning and she couldn't sue Disney because they had Disney Plus.
Oh, really?
If you read the Disney Plus contract, you're basically signing your life away. And the Disney Plus, when you say you're paying us $9.99 a month to watch a bunch of old movies, okay, cool. As you scroll down, it says BTW. If something bad happens to you on Disney property, we are not liable. Don't care. So sorry. There's the brick wall.
Well, this is the Carnival Cruise Line. We reserve
The doo-doo
right-
cruise.
Like, you can be pooping in a bag, but
Yeah.
we'll give you no money back because go kick rocks.
But because I know Mo DeWitt, he would say, yes, that protects them in certain instances. But if you are negligent and they were able to prove that you were negligent with the food, you could still sue, even though you have Disney Plus. Like, it doesn't cover everything. You can never sue, no matter how negligent we are. It protects them. I'm sure they just put it in there because in certain instances it protects them. But that's not we've known that waivers it's not an end all be all. Like, if you're negligent, you could still have to pay for it.
I'm saying on a side note, special thank you. If anybody knows what's going on, it's Mo DeWitt. Personally handled my case. Thank you so much, Mo, with me through the whole thing. Injured on the go, just called Mo. Appreciate
There
it.
you go.
So this guy, what do you think Disney
It was
does?
supposed to be Mo. But it was
Stranger
sorry.
things.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Gay
That
all
was-
the time.
Hold on. I can do that again. And fix it. There we go. Fixed it. Fixed it. There you go.
So what do you think Disney gives this guy? Because
Give him that ball.
Oh, that'd be
That's
the
fair. It's
ultimate
fair. He gets to
collectible.
keep that ball.
because he did save the audience because the ball would have bounced into the audience, and if it did that, those
There's your lawsuit.
Those people are so
God.
crazy.
Well, some of those people are already injured,
Yeah.
already hurt. Like
I'm sure
some
they're
of the
mad
people
the
are
guy
like porta
even-
scooters and stuff,
Yeah,
right?
right.
Like it's heading right for the handicap exit.
No, it was the front row, so that's the VIPs. Those are the people that were with the Disney tours. So those are the $9,000 an hour people that are hanging out. So if they get whacked, you want to talk about lawsuit.
That
Those-
could have been like a Chinese delegate.
Yeah. And imagine if that ball was bouncing towards me, I'd be like, here at
my
nude
God.
boat.
Oh, I would take it just like Jake Paul took that Joshua punch. I'd lean into it. I'd let it kill me. I'd let it kill me because you know why? I'd be
Jake
like
Paul.
my family. I'd think of Maisie. I'd be like, I'd see Mickey Mouse, and I'd see Mickey Mouse materialize into money, and it would fly into Maisie's mouth, and I would just offer myself up.
So
And that ball, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys are pretty smart dudes. I think that ball could kill me. I'm perfect to be killed by that ball.
What I would love is if it bounced you just right that you hurt your back, and then all of a sudden you recover, you're $1 billion richer.
That's called the Magoo, where it bounces you like where you've never felt better. Yeah.
So essentially,
luck.
this cast member potentially could have saved Disney millions of dollars in lawsuits if this thing bounces into the audience.
100%.
So what do they do for him, or do they
You
do
get a
it?
special pen that's made
I was
of
gonna, you
gold,
read my mind. I was gonna say he gets a special gold pin and a big old thank you.
which is
No,
crap.
they have to give him more than that.
Well, don't they have like a Medal of Honor that they give Disney?
Yeah, it's the golden cheese or some
Just
BS.
give
So
him
don't
money.
they have something that's like a Disney? Hold on,
Disney
there
Purple
is-
Heart. It's a Disney Purple Heart.
Give the guy $30,000 bonus. I mean, that's a drop in the bucket for the amount of money they saved.
If you really want to deep dive on a Disney lawsuit, if we have time, I got a great one for
It's
you.
the
that was-
Legends Award. Maybe
Yeah.
they'll give him a Disney Legends Award.
I don't want any rewards. I want 30,000. But
Yeah.
Disney giant corporation that no money.
Yeah.
Honestly, and if you
Get
ask,
out of here, you're fired.
that's what I was going to say. That if you talk to any Disney employee that's been with the company long enough, they have like a legacy award, 15, 20 years, and you're like, you have to sue the company. I'd never. I would never sue
Yeah.
Disney. They
Lot of loyalty
shaved
there.
their head and drank the Kool-Aid, bro.
Oh,
They're
okay,
in.
okay, yeah. I was gonna say that too. Like this guy,
It's the most I've ever seen of any corporation.
They're
My
loyal.
Disney friends are very loyal. And I will argue that many of them have been treated so well, right?
Yeah.
Like I got buddies that have worked there. We know.
Yeah.
Good friends of ours that worked there 30, 40 years, and they are doing very well
it's-
because of Disney.
It's my mom's only regret for moving south. Her and her husband have the coolest life down south. They live in Fort Myers. They're so happy. But I asked my mom, "Do you miss Orlando?" And she's like, "I just miss my job at Disney." She was a concierge at the Wilderness Lodge. She
Unbelievable
loved it.
that she would say, I miss my job with Disney.
She does.
The Wilderness Lodge seems like there's a lot of employees. I talked to an old man that worked at the check-in desk at Fort Wilderness, and he was like, "Yeah, I've been working here for 30 years
Yep.
or whatever." And he's like, "I came here as a kid or whatever." Like,
Yep.
there's nostalgia built into all their employees where
Well,
they
you get it in families. They're almost like military families. Like I have friends that, like, their mom and their dad were Disney employees, and then they're Disney employees, and their kids
Yeah,
will be
yeah,
Disney
yeah,
employees.
yeah.
It's just like no different than the military, or like my dad was
It's
in the
odd.
Navy, and I wanted to be in the Navy.
Well,
you know.
what I do. I'm a
Weakest
concierge.
army, though. The Disney Army, weakest army. They're very weak.
wait,
Fat. They're
weaker-
fat army.
are they
too.
weaker than the
They're
Kiss Army?
sweet. They're lovely. They're the sweetest people, but they're very. Like,
Oh,
well, you
one,
could, yeah.
one ball could kill you.
Release the balls, kill the Disney Army.
But yeah, it's what I do. I'm a host, a concierge.
Yeah.
That's what my mom did at the Wilderness Lodge, and every year for 7 years, like the
You were
families would
born
come.
into it, dude.
Yeah,
That's
I
so
was.
crazy. It's the family business.
It is.
Yeah.
And but that every year people would come back and they'd look for her. The little girls would be, "Oh, it's good to see you again." They remembered her. So I get it, man. There's a lot of love there.
I can understand why she liked it. My dad's favorite job was driving a school bus with little kids. He had a rapport with them. He liked the kids. They liked him.
That's
He's
awesome.
like, it was literally the most fun. He's like, you can't make any money doing it, but if you're asking me what's the most fun I had, driving those kids around, keeping them safe, and just like chirping them, he's like, I loved it.
That's
Yeah.
what a rock star. That's so cool.
I mean, well, he didn't do it very long because, poor. He just wanted to support his family, like.
So fun jobs don't pay.
Yeah.
I got lucky. I got very lucky.
yeah, but if I did your job, I'd be miserable. I'm thinking about
Also,
a bunch of
you'd be
rich people.
terrible at it. It would be. What do you? If I did your job, you could not do Joey's job.
if I had to go to a theme park all the time, I'd be miserable. I was so mad. I'd be like, what the hell?
Picture you in late July at Hollywood
I'm
Studios.
like, the lines are
and
you're
you're
rich.
having
Why are
to-
you doing this?
And you're having to stay like enthusiastic and tell behind the scenes tales.
God.
You
Yeah.
couldn't do it.
So back to Indiana Jones.
Okay.
So I saw another video on social media that it alluded to the fact that they weren't using the ball anymore. And
Yeah.
I don't know if this was like immediately after, like the same day, because I guess the show must go on. Like, I don't know if they canceled the show the rest of the day then, or next day they ran it without the ball. But there was a before and after video of Indiana Jones running with the ball, and then the after video is him running with no ball. And I'm like, did they take the ball away? Or maybe temporarily until they figured out a problem? Like, what caused this, or what anomaly happened that the ball bounced off? But
ChatGPT saying they've had reports of it not running too.
Yeah, that's correct.
Just they're not saying it's like they're saying they're almost like picking and choosing when they run it.
okay.
I don't know if they're
It's-
testing. Maybe
it's
they're
so
testing.
bad. It's like if you've ever watched it whenever they're halfway through the show and it starts to rain, but they have to finish the show and it just becomes a bunch of floor work and stunts. You're like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, because insurance reasons, whatever, they can't do
Yep.
any of the high falls with the rain or
Yeah,
whatever.
the best stunt show going on right now is over at Universal. That Bourne Stuntacular is insane. That's something that whenever I take you guys over to Universal to hang out,
Okay.
we'll definitely take the boys to that show. They'll love it. One dude falls 40 feet out of the sky and into a bag that's underneath the stage. It looks like he falls to his death. It's insane.
Is this where they have the fake? Who has the fake Spider-Man that is a robot on a
That's
a
in
rope?
Disneyland.
Have you seen that?
It's so bad.
I'll watch videos of that damn thing all day long.
He's flipping around.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
I saw that in person. Yeah,
That's-
because it goes off all the time. It's like recycle, right?
That's out in California Adventure in Disneyland.
I guess
Oh,
we didn't.
yeah.
Now you're lying.
You've
Now
definitely
you're
seen the
just
video.
lying.
I'm
You've definitely
lying.
seen the
Every
video.
other radio host lies. Why shouldn't we?
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like we should lie too.
I'm a goddamn liar. I swore that's in Disneyland, not here. God damn, I
Yeah,
swore I
the
saw it.
chat room saying, but it's like I see
Maybe
it
it's a
on.
It looks so bad.
Maybe it was a big transformer. I saw that for sure.
You know what? I don't like the big transformer. He's not big enough.
Yeah.
He's just big enough to anger me that he's not big enough.
And then I'm like, I see your New Balance.
I can see her bulge, Optimus Prime.
Dude, have you seen the placement of the sword? It looks like he's got a. It's right here.
I see Bumblebee.
So what do you think they do with this show, Joey? I mean, or did they just fix the ball and then continue on, or do you think this starts them changing this?
Beginning of the end,
Yeah,
you mean?
beginning of the end. Yeah.
It honestly, that show was dead by the fourth Indiana Jones movie. It's if they were smart, what they would have done is the original. And everything is a rumor. Everything's a rumor. So the chat, please light me up and tell me I'm wrong because it's happened before and God knows it'll happen again. But the rumor was that ride was going to eventually be part of Lucasland, and all of that was going to be Star Wars themed anyway, and that was going to become a Star Wars stunt spectacular. That was a very big rumor. And then there's rumors that Star Tours was going to be part of Star Wars Land, then the Muppets, but now that's Monsters Inc. It's nobody knows. So, but it needs to be changed. Is the point? It needs a refresh.
What's crazy about Anomalies is I know. Okay, Disney lives its entire life only protecting themselves from lawsuits,
Of course.
because that's the most expensive thing that could hurt them, right? And so they do whatever it takes. That's why I made the joke about if EJ found a gator in some Disney. Or was it EJ? Or
Yeah, they are reporting, just to confirm, they are reporting it has been taken out until I found a footnote.
the ball.
I finally found a footnote after checking enough blogs that they are now reporting that Disney has decided to take it out until they can rectify the problem,
And
which
figure out
probably
where-
means just like, Everest and what was it that we had the big...
The swinging Yeti. They
you
just
had the
made him
sweaty in
stationary.
there. What they do is they're like that ball and the fun that went along with that ball has now been destroyed and flushed down the toilet.
Yep.
And you'll never get that back.
And there's going to be a smaller ball, a lighter ball, or a,
No, they'll
cage
just-
built where you.
They'll just take the ball away and keep the show the same and just charge the same price.
He's just running from nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the way it is now. Did you ever ride the Yeti ride when you're going
yeah.
through and the Yeti was supposed to swipe at your head, but he just stood there while they put a strobe light on him, and it was terrible. But people are so blinded by Disney and refuse to admit that Disney half-ass and ghettos their stuff. And look, I'll say it, and I love Disney, but Disney... And you let your rides get old as hell, and you let them get decrepit and crappy, and then you don't fix them, and then you keep your prices exactly the same, and that's why you're losing, and that's why people are getting tired of you, is because you're not innovating, you're not doing anything cool. You're not even fixing the stuff that we love. You're just letting it break. Like, oh, we'll just take the ball out now. Okay, well, that's fun. Great job, Disney. You suck.
Now
Is that what you wanted to hear?
Thank you for that.
To defend them, if we only got more and more listeners and we got worse and worse, I'm not gonna try.
We might be there.
We'll get to a point where I'm just sitting here and I'm scrolling reels. if you're willing to watch
the radio station, that's what we did.
No, I know.
Just watching magic videos all day.
So if people are still showing up and they're still printing money and they're like, we don't have to fix nothing. And they're like,
No, but it's what everybody's doing with
I know.
everything now.
I
Like
know,
every
it's
corporation,
lazy.
you can make the argument for the government. Not making this political. I'm just saying we are at a time now where bigger. If you have the cards or you're the bigger company, rather than fix it, you'll just pull the thing away and say like, sorry, we're taking that away from. They don't even say sorry. They just take it away from you and they leave the price the same. It's going to be up to us to say to Disney, yo, your parks kind of stink now. Your what you call your redos or whatever are your
Refurb.
All you do is lean into the nostalgia.
Bingo.
Universal's innovating.
Yep.
Universal has all brand new stuff. So, I mean, what do you want to do?
It's under new management. That's what it comes down to. Under new management should be their new slogan. Welcome to the Mouse House, under new management. What happens is you got the thing opened in 71, nobody touches it. SeaWorld opens up, we ain't afraid of SeaWorld. All of a sudden, Universal wants to open up in 1990, and they said, all right, you know what, let's hurry up, let's rush open something in 89. It's only going to have 5 attractions. And then they opened up Islands of Adventure, and Disney just said, you know, we're good. They're not going to be bigger than us. We're good. And then all of a sudden, here comes a water park. Here comes a bunch of hotels. Here comes Epic Universe. Here comes a partnership with Point Orlando and Icon Park.
But
and
at
it's
the very least, Joey, all I'm saying is like when Destination Everest has a broken Yeti and it's been broken for 5 years,
you could fix it.
take $1 million that you have sitting around and fix it great. Fix it perfectly. Shut it down. Throw money at it. Make it awesome. And give it something positive for people to talk about instead of me.
Just put the strobe.
They put a strobe on it. It was so embarrassing.
But it's not even swing. The giant Yeti was the biggest animatronic on property. It was worth about $1 million at the time.
Well,
And
it was poorly designed from what I understand,
Correct.
and it would not work correctly. Well, you have enough money and you have a team of engineers that you can redesign it and make it awesome if you want to.
Or we put a Yeti who has his hands on the wall like he's actually afraid, hit him with a strobe light, black hair. Nobody will say a word.
That's called the Miami Macarena. Are you allowed to say that?
Oh, whoops.
Yes, you can. I put it.
Yeah. Hey, my dad loved Jeff Howell's joke. The Miami Macarena. You put your hand, and put the cuffs on. Yeah. My dad's laughing. You cry laughing.
So back to what I love about anomalies is that ball, like there were so many tests and so many run-throughs and engineers and other people saying this ball can never bounce, because I'm sure someone's like, hey, this ball can never bounce out of here because it'll bounce into the audience and hurt people.
I think it'd be the first thing you think
of.
of.
And then they're like, nope,
Step one.
we designed it and engineered it. Like, it's impossible, because usually that's how it is. Like,
I thought it was a cage.
for this.
I thought the stalactites that kind of, you see when it's on a track.
Like it couldn't even fit.
Yeah, I that's what I thought. Like, it looks to me, like, in knowing Disney the way I thought I knew them, that when you design that, you just design the ball bigger than the track it's on, and that way it looks ominous, but the stalactites hold it inside the track.
So what do you think actually happened? Because it seems to me that, and we'll never know, because Disney's not going to be like, oh yeah, someone left this door open to bounce off, or like, if they admit that it was their mistake, then all of a sudden now you're showing negligence. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
and not as just a crazy anomaly.
Well,
but
you have been listening to Mo. You have been listening.
Yeah. But something must have happened where all of a sudden it looked like it hit something and then bounced out, right? Like it must have been someone's fault.
It did look like it did something that I would say
normally
it acted in a way that meant that the normality of the way that it's done this over, we figured it out, over 20,000 times, because you have to test these things before you do them. And it did a 1 of 1. I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
I mean, how many times can you use your tires before they blow out? Like, at some point, this ball was going to go.
Although it deflating,
I bet
or
it's been
something,
replaced before. As long as that thing's been going, you mean to tell me that's the original ball? No way.
No.
It could be.
Honestly,
it doesn't go through that much wear and tear.
Is it solidly? Is it a solid, dense foam ball, or is it an inflated foam core?
Oh no,
ball?
it's solid. It's a solid piece of rubber.
Yeah,
they could gut the middle of it and maybe fill it with packing peanuts. I don't know. I'm just
Make it lighter.
reaching.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they even mention it in the show. Like, this thing weighs 400 pounds.
Yes, it's in the show.
But it's no cotton ball either.
Yeah,
They make
yeah,
that stupid
yeah.
joke every
It's in
time.
the show.
Yeah. So anyway, it was just interesting to see a situation like that so many of us have seen, and then it goes wrong one time, and it'll never happen again. Like, we saw an anomaly.
Oh, that was it.
Over since '89, 1 of 1, and we'll never see it happen again.
And I actually
before it
I went
closes.
further than that. When I saw the video, I'm going through Reddit, I saw the video, I was like, oh, that ride's gone. Like, I was like, well, that experience is gone.
In fact, getting hit by a bird on a roller coaster is more likely than this happening.
That's pretty funny.
Way more.
Like, which is crazy.
What else is going on there? You had other things we needed to get to about the parks.
Absolutely. One of my favorite shows, one of the funny... What I love about Universal Studios is that they kept their, what some would call street atmosphere, the atmosphere of the characters that randomly walk around the street. You don't get that at Disney anymore. You don't get that at Hollywood Studios. But at Universal Studios, you could be sitting having a burger at Mel's Diner, and all of a sudden Beetlejuice comes up and goes, hey, how's it going? And you're like, oh my gosh, it's Beetlejuice.
Yeah,
So
you'll still get a Marilyn Monroe. You'll still get,
The Scooby-Doo gang will be randomly walking through a gift shop looking
Universal's
for clues.
really good about that.
Okay, then they send their actors out a lot of times, and then do they have handlers?
You hate the actors that interact with you, don't you? Like if Scooby-Doo, like a Shaggy was like, wow, look at this. Like, wow, Scoob, it's Tom from Tom and Dan. And you're like, oh.
Like, Ross is taking.
I will explain. I know Ross Parker. I'm supposed to talk about that.
But yes, no, I hate it. I
know
cannot.
you do.
I don't know what it's
But
like.
you don't hate it. You hate interacting with it. You don't hate that person or what they're
No,
doing.
I hate pretending. Like,
Correct.
I hate the pressure of like feeling that I need to pretend.
Play along.
Because if I don't, then I'm the curmudgeon dad that doesn't like to have any fun, and then if I play along, I'm a fool.
let me save
Perfectly
how
said.
awesome you are. You're a great dad. Beetlejuice comes up and starts talking to your boys. You love it. They're interacting, they're teasing, they're laughing. they're
Yes,
having
of
fun.
course,
There
yeah.
you go. See, you're a great dad. Don't put
Beetlejuice
yourself
was
down.
horny,
Yep.
though. That's the only one he'll let interact.
Don't let him talk to your wife.
He
then.
likes horny ghosts.
Oh, he hits on Gemma every time we go to the park. I'm like, I thought you got every time.
Why don't you give me your number?
Every time he says every. He's like, "Well, hang on."
Here's the thing about my sons. They hate the character too.
Really?
Yeah,
because
yeah,
they're my
yeah.
sons. The most trauma they've ever had, and they'll tell you this, and this is why they're so weak. It's because I don't give enough trauma. They need to get almost kidnapped one day. Just think you get
That's
them
the
to
name
break.
of your parenting technique. Almost kidnapped one day. The Tom Vann parenting technique.
There was a Frozen. What's the
Olaf.
An Olaf, and what's the princess name?
Anna and Elsa.
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 There was Elsa and Olaf in Washington D.C.'s hotel lobby.
Yeah,
While-
that's different.
That's
Hold
homeless
on.
Olaf. That's different.
No,
Hey, come on and get a picture with Olaf, mother effer. Yeah, come on. Hey, you want? Hey, I got Olaf. I got Elsa. I got Elsia. I got who you want?
no.
Snowman.
I got Spider-Man.
They were
You were
hired.
dealing with a inner city huckster
no,
who
no.
was hawking in.
No,
you want Pac-Man? I got Pac-Man. I got Mr. T.
They were hired by the hotel to act, and they were like good quality. Like they must have had like the license from Disney, and they it was a company. And then they were like Elsa looked great, Olaf the whole costume like. And they were in the lobby.
Warm hugs.
My sons wouldn't even go down there if they were there. Like they were there every morning at breakfast, and they were run past them.
Yeah, they hate it.
They hated. They didn't want them to single them out and be like, hey, because they don't want to interact.
They don't want to be singled out.
yeah, with them and have the attention of it. So
I get it. I
it's,
get it.
they're no fun like
Yeah.
That's funny.
that. What else, Joey? What do we got?
The horror makeup show is what we were going to talk about originally. The horror makeup show is directly across from Mel's Dine-In. It's one of my favorite shows. The actors in it are friggin' hilarious. You know a couple of them.
We do.
They're brilliant, and it gets to the point. The horror makeup show is so well known in local canon culture and everything. You'll go there and you'll say, who's friends with Mark James today? Which is one of the characters. Who's friends with? Because it's like your favorite rerun. It's like sitting and watching The Office over and over and over again. It's like watching Friends. Your favorite episodes are there. You'll go there and ask what actors or actresses are playing what characters just because you want to see their performance because it's so good.
And they're all excellent. I mean, like these guys, a lot of them are lifers because it's a hard show to do. You're doing full-blown improv with an audience.
Yeah.
That's very intimate. You have I don't want to spoil it if you've never seen it. There's some surprises that happen and cool things. And it's cool to see top-level improvisational folks that I know of, like, work. And it's a hard job, too, because they're working with internationally. Like, it's like, I was asking them one time how many people they push through the doors. It's an astronomical amount of people have seen the show globally.
Is Disney World cursed by the nostalgia? And we talked a little bit about this, but it's like, okay, if you change anything, all the Disney purists get an uproar, right? So they're like, okay, no problem. We won't change anything. Better for us because we don't have to spend
Sort
any
of
money.
a Cracker Barrel effect, if you would.
Well said.
But then if more and more time goes by, it does put you into this, like even what Daniel was saying, like, hey, nothing's been updated in years, and all these other parks have this new technology and the new shows and new things to see, and we're doing the same old thing. But they're like, well, we're stuck because if we change anything,
stuck
everybody
is
else
fine.
is.
See, stuck is fine. My problem with Disney is not that they're stuck. I love their nostalgia. In fact, it's one of the reasons why I want to go there. My argument is if you're going to be the nostalgia park versus the innovative park, Universal being the innovator park, then you have to make sure that all of your nostalgia rides are top tier perfect. They have to all work right. They can't be janky. The Yeti has to look good. It has to throw a little money at the Yeti. Give us what we originally paid for. You have to make, because if you're it looks dilapidated now, right?
Correct.
But even if they do make it all look and work perfectly, it's still the same old thing.
True.
And then it is kind of a business problem that I would see where it's like we're stuck here and we're
We
losing.
have this business problem.
We're losing because we can't change because everybody who loves us doesn't want us to change. But then where the criticism is, we're the same old thing, and so there's nothing new.
Universal has what we call reverse. It's the exact reverse of Disney. It's the reverse nostalgia. How many rides, when Universal opened up in 1990, how many rides are still there from that opening day?
Ooh, I don't know.
Let me
This
guess.
is a fun one.
Okay, I remember they got rid
Wait,
of
E.T.'s still there, right?
Okay.
Yeah, E.T.'s
Okay.
still there.
E.T.
Jaws is gone.
Correct.
But hey, another feather in the cap for Universal. They did like a big, like they did like almost a tribute to it. Isn't the fish still there?
Every time a ride at Universal closes, they hide Easter eggs. There are 5 in Harry Potter that are hidden Jaws.
Yeah, see, I think that's awesome.
Back to the Future's gone.
Correct.
King Kong's gone.
Correct.
Earthquake's gone.
Correct.
Earthquake's gone. Twister, that wasn't original.
That's gone. That's
It's
gone.
been replaced twice,
You
actually.
got it. You're good at this. For somebody that hates theme parks, man, you know a lot about 'em.
My mom took me to all these parks
Yeah,
when I
you've
was a
been.
kid.
You know about them.
And I've been to them recently with my kids. Still there? One, just one.
E.T.
Oh, that's it.
Think about it. The Jetsones meets the Flintstones was called Hanna-Barbera and presents. That became Jimmy Neutron. That became Minions. Alfred Hitchcock Presents became Shrek, became Minions. Ghostbusters became Twister, became Jimmy Fallon. Kongfrontation became Mummy. Jaws became Potter. Back to the Future became The Simpsons. So everything has been replaced. So Universal's like, look,
They
They're
constantly
replacing.
change.
I heard they're replacing Jimmy Fallon with a gut field ride.
that was slick.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought that was kinda
How
funny.
many original Disney rides are there?
Oh my gosh, how much time do we have?
Okay, there's
Well, like
they're
all of them. Like I can name like 4. The Haunted Mansion's definitely original.
Correct.
They don't do 10,000 Leagues Under the Sea. That's gone.
That's
that
gone.
became Winnie the Pooh's Play Place, which became Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Okay. They still the teacups are still there.
Teacups are still there, and they squeak and squeal and sound like hell.
Merry-go-round is still
Princess
there.
and the Frog. It's a Small World.
It's a
is
Small World has been there since '71.
Yeah. So I mean that's
Thunder Mountain's still there.
Thunder Mountain's not an original. That wasn't built until around 77.
Yeah, that was added on. Yeah, but Space Mountain.
Space Mountain's not an original. That was 75.
75. What was their original roller coaster?
Nothing.
So nothing.
Yeah, the future world, there used to be a bucket train, a bucket in the sky that would take you from Tomorrowland to where the
bucket
Rapunzel
in the
bathroom
sky.
is.
That sounds awesome.
So, well, they had to get rid of it because kids were throwing water bottles out because kids are bastards.
I like riding Splash Mountain, and then I'm like, these crows are racist. And they're like, who the hell does
Those
that?
are the only 2 thoughts I have on that ride. I say these crows are racist, and I hope that mom's top gets wet. Go Brazil.
But it is interesting. To what end? You know what I'm saying? Like, how long do they
What's
keep these?
their way out? What is their way out?
I don't know. There may be no way out.
There is a way out. Disneyland figured it out. They said, all right, we got this ride. It's a Small World. It's been here since about 55, 56 when we opened. We're not going to tear it down.
Only white doll.
I love you.
Yeah, no,
but
they
instead of animatronic wiggle monsters, we're going to put, Morocco. Let's put the genie there. The UK, Alice in Wonderland goes there. So you still get your animatronic wiggle monsters, but you get characters from Disney movies. So now instead of it becoming 7.5 minutes of somebody kill me, it becomes 7.5 minutes of, I remember that movie. I
Right,
remember
so
that
like
movie.
Morocco's got
Aladdin.
It's got old what's his name? Killed himself.
Robin Williams.
Yeah. So Morocco's got Robin Williams.
Yep.
Nothing says Morocco like Robin Williams. I feel like right.
That's true privilege.
I saw a small piece of trivia on Robin Williams in that whole the Aladdin movie. Like, he agreed to do that movie, but he under the terms that they wouldn't use him for the marketing.
Yep.
And then they're just like, use him for the marketing. They're just straight up did not honor that deal. And then
I did not
yeah.
know that.
And
So he
then-
didn't come back for the second movie because of it.
Yeah.
But he
And-
did come back for the third one.
Yes, yeah. But they, I remember they tried to pay him off or whatever, but they just straight up, they're like, oh yeah, Robin Williams, where's he use him?
Nothing made me more mad than when you see like Tom Hanks does Toy Story and then his brother does all the commercials for like McDonald's and then all the cartoons. And I'm like, no. Like all the secondary cartoons,
Yeah,
I should
yeah.
say.
I'm so happy you brought this
and
up.
I don't like that. I'm like, well, that's Bobo Woody. That's not the real guy.
I was walking into, so when you go into Toy Story Land and they have that giant Woody statue and he says, there's a snake in my boots.
That's the brother.
I was walking past and I go, the family I was with, the kid goes, Toy Story is my favorite movie. I said, oh, you're going to love this land. We walk past and he goes, there's a snake in my boots. I go, check it out. That's Woody. He goes, it sounds nothing like him. This 6-year-old kid goes, that sounds nothing like him.
You can tell the difference.
It blew my mind because I was like, that's Forrest Gump. I know
They
what I
should
know.
have got Chet Hanks to do the voice, to tell you the truth. There's a
Hear
snake
me
in
now.
my boot, blood clot.
Hear me now.
Rude boy.
Inward with an A at
Let me
the end.
say, Haile Selassie, strictly roots and Goja. Boo.
So before we leave, Joey, anything else theme park related that is going on right now?
It's so funny, and I know that they're not trying to ruin it for us, but like we get Halloween in August, we get Christmas in October, Mardi Gras is coming the first week of February.
Okay, all right.
Do we have the name of bands? Should I
Not
get
a
that?
single one. I looked everywhere. They said it's so funny because it's all, even AI is like, well, the Goo Goo Dolls might be there, and I was like, wait, AI, you can't give me. Look,
Well, I mean, that is a safe bet.
It is.
Because the Goo Goo Dolls basically live at Wonderworks. I think they live inside Wonderworks.
Yeah, Johnny Resnick's a greeter.
Because Resnick's face is so, my God. Back away from the plastic surgery Resnick.
Yeah.
You're starting to look like Lady Elaine from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. You know, like his whole face, he can't even, like when he talks, his mouth barely moves.
Yeah.
It's wild. It's wild. And he has the same hair that a lot of guys get this weird doll hair. Like Billy Ray Cyrus has the doll
he's
hair.
got the Bon Jovi hair.
No, what's the guy, the Australian country music singer?
Oh, Keith Urban.
Keith Urban has the doll hair. It's like a blunt hair. Like their hair is very choppy, chunky, blunt.
Is it anything
like
like
it's doll hair? Like it's not organic. Like it's not real.
But it's not like Howard Stern's, right?
Howard Stern's is not real. I'm a huge fan. I'm a mega fan.
Same, bro.
I'm
Huge
the
fan.
biggest fan. It's a
Private
wig.
Parts, great
It's a
movie.
wig.
Huge
He is a
fan.
big
Huge
wig.
fan.
You know what I heard? I heard he wears a merkin too, because I heard that his body is so weak that it's like poofing out his pubes.
So in Mardi Gras and Disney Mardi Gras, there's got to be, how many times has some mom flashed with like, or has that never happened? That's had to have happened one time, right?
You think, even whenever I go to, because Universal does Mardi Gras right, they do the whole parade and they throw the over 100,000 beads. And, and you can always, the teenage boy in me is like, all right, who's been day drinking? Who's been day drinking?
Yeah, because like that's been always a thing at Mardi Gras with the beads, and someone had to have done it before.
Well,
I'm sure there's.
You know how they killed that? And I have a theory about this. What they did was, and it's very sinister, a very sneaky way to kill the horniness that is beads for boobs. Is they started implementing kids. They're like, oh, throw the beads to kids only. Well, there's no way in hell that any moms or any dads are even going to execute anything that's actively horny in front of kids because we want to be appropriate. And most people across the globe are nice. Like most people, like I know that what the internet wants you to believe, but most people are.
It may have never happened.
And they don't want to insult your kids. So I think that naturally, just when they all they had to do is say like, hey, throw the beads to kids only. And it kind of, it made it so we're like fish out of water. Like there's no way I'm going to be like, show your. And then with a bunch of kids around, you know.
Right.
It is funny though. And my wife standing there as she just flops them out.
Oh, I love that. I dated a girl that was obsessed with flashing. I dated a girl that loved flashing. Loved it.
You know, that will
Loved
be a
it.
thing we'll tell our kids, like, this happened. They'll be like, what? Because it's just gone. That flashing. I mean, of course, it still happens rarely, but because the advent of cell phones, but that's out of our society.
I think
They'll
people should
flash.
start flashing their genitals.
That's a more aggressive
Yeah,
flash.
just a quick one. Just a quick. Just
yeah.
an up and down.
Yeah. I mean, they've been doing that, but they're monsters.
Yeah, those people are in jail. Most of those people are in jail.
All right, Joey, where can people email you if they want to take their family on a VIP tour?
If they want to hang out, talk nerd, they want me to help them book the right hotel, they want to know what's the thing to do, I am at the Joey Mazzant on everything social media. You type in my name, it comes up.
There you go.
So I will make the proclamation this year that I am going to hire Joey to take me and my sons, and I'll maybe bring my wife, but she's going to be mad that I'm there. She's told me that she's never going to go to the park.
Take her and do it your way.
Yeah, I know. And then
set her up a massage or something so she doesn't get in your business.
Yeah. You know, I should do that.
Yeah,
Me,
do it
my
your
sons, and Joey.
Yeah. Get him drunk.
Because
Okay,
Joey
get
won't
your sons
mind
drunk out there.
when I'm grumpy the whole time because he'll just ignore it and then focus on the
Get your
kids.
sons at 11 and 12 and they start handing them margaritas.
You know, one
That'll give 'em
margarita.
grit. Yeah, just a couple sips.
5 margaritas. I know. I know.
I'm so sleepy, Daddy.
Yeah, get pegged. All right. The song from
Yeah.
2 years ago. Yeah, okay. Joey, what's your email?
Joey Mazzant at yahoo.com or at the Joey Mazzant, YouTube and Instagram.
He didn't want to give it out after the pegging. That's weird. That's weird. What's your email? I'm good.
All right. We will see you on Monday.